Hey everybody, welcome to day 90 of the 100 to 2020 challenge. 90 days in. It's been quite a ride for me, making video content here on LinkedIn every single day for the last 90 days, and also a very real and kind of an urgent reminder that we just have 10 days left here in 2019. Wearing my empathy sweatshirt today, hoodie. My good friend over at Jubilee Media, Jason, and his team created a bunch of very, very cool apparel under the Human Good brand. So feel free to check them out. Today, I want to share with you a little bit about another sports analogy in terms of life, but I think this one's pretty cool. I think we put a tremendous amount of pressure on ourselves every time we get an attempt at something, every time we start a project, or anytime we have an opportunity to hit home runs or to throw touchdown passes every single time that we get an opportunity. That's simply not possible, and there's really not a lot of use cases or even examples out there where somebody's really batted 1,000 or has hit a home run every single time they get a chance, or I think there's just a tremendous amount of pressure societally, online, from family, from friends, all sorts of perceptions or things out there in the universe that lead you to believe that you have to be successful at everything you do, that you have to be perfect every single day. But if you watch football and you don't even need to know the game that well, just look at the way that the game is structured. Every team on every possession gets 4 chances, and the majority of those possessions ends up with the team giving up the ball to the other side purely from a strategic reason, because if they were to go for it on 4th down or attempt to continue their drive, they risk giving up precious field position, giving the advantage up to the other side. And there are very, very, very few times, probably never, actually never, where the team always goes for it on 4th down. Sometimes they pass the ball. Sometimes they run the ball. Sometimes they go for a field goal for 3 points. There's a lot of strategy involved, but I think if you look at enough game tape of football or just understand how the game is played, it's not possible, nor is it expected to throw a touchdown pass every single time. In basketball, it is not expected that any given player, no matter how great, even the greatest basketball players of all time, make every shot that they take. The baseball player is not expected to hit a home run every single time he goes up to bat, nor is the pitcher expected to throw a strikeout every single time he faces a batter. I think those of us who've experienced that and have witnessed that are starting to understand, or do understand, that life is a game of ebbs and flows, of ups and downs, of waiting for the right pitch or waiting for the right coverage, or putting ourselves in the best opportunity to score when we have the chance to. And the only chance for you to get more chances to score is to play more. So I think life is the same way. I think we have to wait around for the right opportunities, but we have to swing at the bat, and we have to swing often, but we have to wait for the right pitch. So it's a combination of taking as many at-bats, starting as many projects as you can, exploring every idea, taking small action steps to see if this is feasible or not, but just being really honest with yourself and real with yourself, and setting the proper expectations that there's no way that you're actually going to be a smashing success. We celebrate with foolish, attribution, all these startups that go on to, unicorn status, billionaire status, disrupting the world. But for everyone that we hear, there's thousands behind it that don't make it. For every, victory that we celebrate of a personal achievement, there's, countless others who've tried. I think obviously there's good in wanting to change the world for the better, to bring value and to help others, but I think it's far more important to also, for your mental health reasons, for a lot of positivity in the world, that you keep things in perspective. And for a lot of these people that we celebrate, whether they're athletes or entrepreneurs or whomever, rarely do they make it on their first try. And if they do, we've seen plenty of cases where too much success too early in one's life does not end well. So learn every step of the way. Take notes, reflect. As I shared with you the last few days, this is a fantastic time to reflect. Many companies and many schools are shutting down for the next 2 weeks. So life is a long game. Even in a football scenario, in the NFL this year, there are 16 games. And the goal isn't to win every single one of them. Very few teams in history have done that. And the goal perhaps isn't even to win the Super Bowl for a lot of teams, but it is to play out the season and to make sure that the players get their best opportunity to maximize the chances that they've had to be the best performers on the field. Because a lot of people are watching, and it's affecting a lot of people. So I wanted to share that with you. Another late night video here on Saturday. I'm really excited to finish out the last 10 days here with you strong. If there's anything that you want me to cover here in the last 10 days, shoot me a note, drop me a comment, email me. It's my name, jerrywan@gmail.com. Thank you for those of you who watch. Thank you for those of you who just watch but don't comment. Whoever you are out there, if you watch this far, 6.5 minutes into this video, late night on Saturday, early on Saturday, I really appreciate your time. And thank you for letting me into your lives just for a brief moment. And I'll be forever grateful. Thank you. And if you have a few more minutes, go to onedayinoneyear.com. Sign up to be a listener on the crazy 360-day podcast project that I'm starting in 10 days. And if you feel bold enough, go onto the apply button and share your story with me so that I can share your story with the rest of the world. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.